You're watching Center Stage. Over the past several weeks, we've seen how MP after MP from the Bharatiya Janata Party has been raking up the bogey of love jihad, of a grand Muslim conspiracy to lure young Hindu women and convert them into Islam. And every BJP MP, especially those from Uttar Pradesh, have been touting this as the gospel. Today, Home Minister and himself a MP from Uttar Pradesh, Rajnath Singh, said the government doesn't know what love jihad is, doesn't believe in love jihad. The same was said by his colleague Venkaiah Naidu, another senior minister in the Modi government, very clearly indicating that the BJP currently is confused between governance and populism.
लव जिहाद की आजकल बहुत चर्चा है. आपको क्या लगता है ये कितनी बड़ी समस्या है देश में, या इसको बढ़ा चढ़ा के बताया जा रहा है? आपको क्या लगता है
ये है क्या?
It was a difficult question and indeed a controversial one. But Home Minister Rajnath Singh's counter question was even more controversial. The Home Minister stunned many with his love jihad googly.
लव जिहाद की आजकल बहुत चर्चा है. आपको क्या लगता है ये कितनी बड़ी समस्या है देश में, या इसको बढ़ा चढ़ा के बताया जा रहा है? आपको क्या लगता है
ये है क्या?
Was Rajnath Singh pretending to be ignorant? Not many were sure if it was a clever move. Rajnath Singh has clearly sidestepped the controversy to sound politically correct. But what he certainly can't ignore is the aggressive love jihad pitch his own party leaders and the RSS leaders are making. From Yogi Adityanath's aggressive posturing to Lakshmikant Bajpayee to Usha Thakur proposing a Garba ban on Muslims. The RSS has overtly expressed the apprehension that the new generation may be affected by love jihad. Several BJP leaders have been busy seeking mileage from love jihad politics.
हम लोगों ने तय कर रखा है कि अगर वो एक हिंदू बालिका को ले जाएंगे तो कम से कम 100 मुस्लिम बालिकाओं को हिंदू।
जिन लोगों की हिंदू धर्म में आस्था और विश्वास नहीं है, उन लोगों को माँ दुर्गा के पंडालों में सिर्फ नाचने के लिए अनुमति नहीं दी जानी चाहिए. सबका मतदाता परिचय पत्र देखकर ही उसमें प्रवेश दिया जाना चाहिए.
But it's not the maiden government voice which is pretending to reject the love jihad theory. Union Minister Venkaiah Naidu too distanced himself from the raging controversy.
Does Venkaiah Naidu believe that Indian Muslims in UP are launched on a love jihad, that they are luring innocent Hindu girls into marriage to convert them to Islam? Do you really believe that?
I have not made any comment like that. So how do you expect me to react on that? Number one, the question is, in India, Muslims and Hindus, we have to live together. We are all equal citizens. And if there are issues, the community leaders should sit together and discuss and sort out the issues.
Rajnath Singh's comments gave enough ammunition to the opposition to launch a fresh offensive against the Home Minister.
गृह मंत्री जी के बारे में सोचें जिन्हें अभी तक ये पता ही नहीं है कि देश में हो क्या रहा है. आग के ढेर पर देश बैठा है या नहीं बैठा है.
Is this confusion or is it cover-up politics? Or possibly an attempt to sound politically correct on the sensitive matter of love jihad? But the question is, can Rajnath Singh escape the same controversy his own colleagues continue to fuel? Bureau Report, headlines today.
After Natwar Singh, it's now former Comptroller and Auditor General Vinod Rai who's hurled a book bomb on former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, accusing him of being in the know of all of A. Raja's controversial decisions in the 2G scam. As this book bomb explodes, the Congress is scurrying for cover, saying Vinod Rai is a publicity hound trying to market his book. But Vinod Rai insists that the accusations actually go beyond Manmohan Singh as well, hinting at the possible involvement also of the Congress High Command.
First, he put the UPA government in a spot with his explosive back-to-back reports on the 2G spectrum allocation and coal block allotments. Now, mincing even fewer words, former National Auditor Vinod Rai has gone all out and accused the former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh of dereliction of duty while in office. Vinod Rai makes 5 explosive charges against the former Prime Minister. His first explosive claim: Congress leaders put pressure on him to keep Manmohan Singh's name out of the damning 2G and coal audit reports. Second, Rai claims that Singh was more interested in somehow retaining his position in the UPA government. Rai also questions Singh's honesty towards his job, saying, and I quote, "Integrity is not just financial integrity, it is intellectual integrity, it is professional integrity." Fourth, Rai alleges that his phone was tapped by the UPA government. And the most damning of them all, Rai's explosive claim that Manmohan Singh was not a mere spectator but part of the decisions to allocate 2G spectrum on a first-come, first-served basis, as also permitting coal block allocations sans an auction. Allegations scathing enough to trigger a political war.
The Prime Minister knew of all this, I think is very inaccurate and incorrect, because many things unfolded later. And when they unfolded, the matter is in courts. The courts are deciding it. If the CAG says that some MPs tried to influence him not to take the PM's name, well, the ethical thing to do was to go back to his office the same day, hold a press conference and disclose it.
इसमें सत्ता का एक तरह से ऐसा विभाजन था कि सही सत्ता 10 जनपद में थी और सत्ता के पद पर मनमोहन जी थे और मनमोहन जी दबाव में निर्णय करते थे.
I want to make it very clear that the 2G report very clearly says that auction was not decided by the cabinet.
And allegations also serious enough for the former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh to break his silence. The Congress crying horse tirelessly defending Singh. But the series of recent book bombs hurled at the former Prime Minister by his close aides have only queered the pitch further for the beleaguered Manmohan Singh. Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
That's all we have time for on this special edition of Center Stage, brought to you from Mumbai tonight. The metro plying right behind me. One of the recent additions to the dilapidated infrastructure of Mumbai. Of course, that will be put on test on the 15th of October when Maharashtra goes out and votes on the performance of the Congress NCP government. Our big India Today group, Aaj Tak Maharashtra Elections Panchayat, starts at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning with Uddhav Thackeray, President of the Shiv Sena, speaking first. He will be followed by Maharashtra Chief Minister Prithviraj Chavan. Then we'll have Supriya Sule following her, and in the evening there'll be Raj Thackeray. An action-packed day on Maharashtra politics lined up for you tomorrow. I do hope you can tune in to both Headlines Today and Aaj Tak as we get you the biggest names in Maharashtra politics.